Let everyone come in here for a few seconds. We're going to start seated. Bringing you to mute here. All right, Sculpt and Flow. We do use weights eventually if you'd like. They're always optional. Daddy, you gotta teach yoga, okay? I love you. All right, find that comfortable seat. We'll get started there. Had to kick the little one out. He's not happy about it. Daddy's here though. He's got it. Daddy's got it. All right. Find a cross-leg position or sitting on the heels if that feels better. Or we could always start sitting in a chair as well. Sitting up on something if you have it. I have this little yoga cushion I use. Gets us in a more comfortable position a lot of the times, is having that little lift, and just helps get into a neutral position in the pelvis for our natural curves of the spine, so we can sit a little bit more comfortable. All right, so placing the hands on the thighs or the knees, softening the shoulders away from the ears. Sit tall, close the eyes. And we'll take the first couple minutes here in a seat and just starting to pay attention to our breath. Breathing in and out of the nose if that's possible. And just finding a rhythm of breath here, in and out. We can work on making the inhale equal to the exhale and vice versa, as far as the amount of air coming in and out. Welcome, welcome everyone. Coming in, we're just sitting here for about another minute. Focusing on our breath. Coming into our yoga space. Settling the body as we find extension and length, but settling into this little space here, this bubble, this yoga bubble around your mat, and dedicating this time to yourself. All right, let's take a couple more breaths here. And then go ahead and you can keep the eyes closed, but we're going to start to bring the palms together in front of the heart. And just take a moment here, acknowledging your reason for practicing this morning, your purpose, your intention, or reasoning for coming on the mat, whether that's physically, mentally, or maybe combination, or maybe other reasons. We just needed a timeout. 30-second timeout. 30-minute timeout. It's your own personal intention, your own personal purpose for coming on the mat. Just acknowledge that. One more breath here. All right, perfect. We'll open the eyes. Let's take the arms out and up, reach up. And then taking the right hand down, and we'll extend the left arm up, 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 and over. Just getting a side stretch here. Think about reaching the left sit bone down as you reach that left arm up and over. One more breath. Maybe lift the gaze up if that feels okay in the neck. Perfect. Come back to center. Inhale. And we'll just take that right arm up and left hand down to the floor. Reach up and over to the left. Right sit bone reaches down as we lengthen that side body. Maybe lift the gaze up, couple breaths. And then inhale, come back to center and release. Let's come out of this seat and we'll come into a tabletop position and get the spine moving. So wrists underneath shoulders, knees under hips. And let's cat and cow. Inhale, the heart lifts, sit bones lift, lengthen through the front body. And exhale, round the back. Tuck chin, tuck tail. And just moving with this at your own pace. There might be a spot where you say, ooh, I want to hang there for an extra breath. Breathe into it. Let this be your movement for your body. You might take the hips side to side, or just that front back motion, flexion, extension. Couple more breaths. And then after your next exhale, we'll come to a neutral spine, flat back. Walk the hands forward, coming into down dog. Tuck the toes, come up and back. So our feet are about hips width apart. And then think about lifting the sit bones up as we lengthen the arms, lengthen the spine. The gaze comes back to the back of the mat. And then any movement that feels good here, maybe pedaling out the feet, bending the knees, take the hips side to side. We can always lower down into child's pose instead of this one, which we do visit pretty often in this class and the next. So you can always come down to that child's pose. Let's take one more breath here. And then on your next inhale, we'll walk the hands back towards the feet. Keep the feet as they are, bend the knees, ragdoll, forward fold. We let the head go, the shoulders. Feel free to grab opposite elbows, let the arms hang. And bend the knees as much as you like, or we might straighten out as we are here with the breath. In any movement here, you might sway side to side, front to back. Shake out the head, yes, no. And let's release the arms, bend the knees a lot, and we'll make our way up to standing with the head and neck come up last. Rolling up the spine. And we'll just keep the feet as they are. We're gonna do kind of like an inchworm. So once you come to standing, take those arms out and up. You can bring the palms together above the head. Inhale here. And then exhale, we'll swan dive or just crawl down the legs here. And then walk the hands forward and come into our plank position. Knees down or full plank. Find your strength here. Heart reaching forward, belly in. And we're literally going to inchworm it a couple more times. So on your next inhale, we'll walk those hands back towards the feet. You can roll up the spine here or flat back. Rise up, take those arms overhead, inhale. And then we'll work it down once again. Back to the floor, you could walk those hands down, and then walk the hands forward, find your plank, hold a couple breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, inhale, walk those hands in. Let's do this one more time. And feel free to just stay closer to the floor if you don't want to come up to standing. Come on up, inhale, take those arms overhead. And exhale, we can swan dive or just walk the hands down the legs and then walk the hands forward. Come into that plank, hold there. Heart forward, belly in, nice and strong. Take an inhale here. And we'll chaturanga to the belly. So come on to the tips of the toes, heart forward. Chaturanga, elbows close to the body. And then lift up into cobra. So the chest comes off the floor. Maybe it's a little bit, maybe we're able to push into the hands a bit more and lift up from there. Shoulders down. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, lower the chest. Come up and back, down dog or child's pose. Take a couple breaths there. On your next inhale, right leg lifts from our down dog. Exhale, step the foot forward, coming up into crescent lunge. So arms overhead, maybe cactus arms here, or maybe hands on the hips. You could also lower the back knee down, or we're on the ball of the back foot. Squaring the hips forward. Take one more breath here. Maybe lift the gaze up. And exhale. We'll open it up to warrior two. So back foot flat. Take those arms wide. And you might even take your stance a little wider here, so we can really sink into this front knee. Gaze is over the front fingers. Couple more breaths here. Soften shoulders away from the ears. And really lengthen through the arms, reaching forward, reaching back. Take an inhale here. Exhale, side extended angle. Right forearm rests lightly on top of the thigh, or reach to the inside or outside of the foot, which gets in pretty deep. You might have a block there. Left arm reaches overhead. Find that stretch along the side body. Maybe lift the gaze up. Really grounding down into that back foot as you lengthen and stretch along left side. One more breath here. And on your next inhale, we'll windmill the arms. Find our reverse warrior. So right arm comes up, gaze up, still bending into this front knee. Inhale. And exhale, release the hands down. Step back into our plank, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga to the belly, or feel free to hover. Find cobra from the belly, or up dog from that hover. Shoulders down. Back to our down dog or child's pose. Couple breaths there. Perfect. Next inhale, left leg lifts. We'll do the same thing on the second side here. Step the foot forward. Come on up, crescent lunge. We'll hold here for a couple breaths. Turn to face you. So square those hips. Find a position for the arms that work. Maybe lift the gaze, lift the heart a little bit. One more breath. And we'll take it into warrior two. Inhale here, maybe straighten the arms. Exhale, back foot flat. Sink into that front knee as we open the arms. Or reaching forward and back. And keeping our shoulders about over the hips here, rather than reaching forward or reaching back. Try to find that center. One more breath. Inhale, lengthen through the arms. Exhale, side extended angle, forearm rests lightly. Top arm reaches over. Find that side stretch as you ground down into the back foot. Maybe lift the gaze up. Maybe take that hand to the inside or outside of this front foot. One more breath here. We will bring the weights into these here the next round. Let's inhale. Reverse our warrior. Left arm comes up. Right hand can just slide down the back leg or on the back hip. Reach up, look up. Inhale. Bend into that front knee. And exhale. Release the hands down. Step back into our plank. Chaturanga, or not, just meet us in down dog. Cobra or up dog as you inhale. Down dog or child's pose. Exhale. Couple breaths. All right, go ahead and lower to the knees. We'll find our weights, and we're going to add our weights into these standing poses. Add a little more fire. And these are always optional. Probably lighter weights is best. Like 2s, 3s, 5s. 5s are almost pretty heavy as well. So 2s or 3s are pretty great. All right, find your down dog. Weights can be in the hand or not. We'll grab them here. Right leg lifts, inhale from down dog. Exhale, step the foot forward. Find your lunge. Weights, take them in front of the heart. And we'll just set up our legs here for a moment. You can always come down to that back knee. And let's take it into our biceps. So palms forward, lunge, and curl. Feel free to take the legs into it as well. Lower down and straighten, down and straighten, or just hold and work those arms. We've got 5, 4, all the way down, all the way up, 3, 2, woo, feeling it in the legs, and 1. Perfect. Find that lunge again. Weights in front of the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Warrior 2. Set it up with the legs first. Keep the weights in front of the heart. So back foot flat. Sink low into the front knee. And then we're taking our weights out. Keep a bend in the elbow. Slight bend in the elbow. Palms face up. And we'll bicep curl here. If this is too much, take the elbows in and just do a W curl. Or keep it lifted here and curl. Give me 5. Sink into that right front knee. 4, 3, woo, 2, and 1. Release those weights in front of the heart. And then we'll take both weights into the left hand here. Right forearm down to the top of the thigh. We reach to the inside of the foot and pull. So we have our row here. Reach and pull. If that's too heavy, one weight will do. Reach and pull. Give me 5, 4. This forearm, this right forearm is light on top. We're using the core to keep us here. 3, 2, woo, and 1. Come on up. We'll reverse our warrior here. So bring the weights in front of the heart. Back weight, rest lightly on the hip. This right arm reaches up. Slight bend in the elbow. Sink into the front knee. Take an inhale. Exhale. Weights in front of the heart. As we square forward, release the weights, plant the hands. Step back into plank. Chaturanga through. Up dog or cobra, heart lifts. Down dog, press back. Woo, couple breaths. From here, next inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot forward. We'll grab our weights, weights in front of the heart. Set up the legs. All right, same thing with the biceps, but let's do hammer curls. So palms face each other, and we can just hold our lunge, do the curl, or add those legs. Down and up. Down and up. That back knee comes low to the floor. 4. Let me see, a 3. Beautiful. 2. Water bottles work great as well. Ellen, it's perfect. Are those water bottles? Oh, they look shiny. 2, sorry to interrupt you. Your focus. And 1. All right, bring the weights in front of the heart. We're opening up to warrior 2 legs. Same. Extend those arms out. And we bicep curl here. Or take the elbows in closer to the body and just work this W curl. Either or. I'm on the wrong side here. Warrior 2 legs. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, Nice. And 1. Release. Weights in front of the heart. We can take both weights into this right hand, forearm down, or row. Reach to the inside and pull. Reach and pull. 5, 4, 3. Control that movement, especially on the way down. Don't let gravity take over here. And 1. All right, come on up. Weights in both hands. Rest this weight on the back hip. Left arm reaches up. Slight bend in the elbow. Sink into the front knee. Take an inhale. Exhale, weights in front of the heart. Square forward, weights down, hands plant, step back, plank position, chaturanga to the belly or hover. Up dog or cobra, inhale. Down dog, press back, exhale. Woo, take some breaths there. All right, from your down dog, on your next inhale, gaze forward. Walk, step, or jump the feet to meet the hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up to standing. Roll up or flat back, reverse swan dive. And release the hands. All right, let's take it into a chair twist. I'm going to give us an option to do an arm balance, which will be a side crow on both sides. So let's find our chair position, and that's always optional. Just giving some different options here. Bring the palms together in front of the heart and sink back into our chair. Your feet could be apart a little bit or closer together. Weight in the heels. Take an inhale as you lengthen through the spine here. Exhale. We're going to twist to the right. Now, if possible, hooking the left elbow to the outside of the thigh and working that twist there. Maybe opening the arms or taking it into that side crow. We take our hands to the right here to the floor, about shoulder width apart. Now this right knee, take it as high up on the back of the arm, left arm as possible. And then you might just take the weight to the right. Take to the right. Maybe a foot lifts, maybe both feet lift. And you might be able to find a little hang time there. Wherever you are, just a couple more breaths. You could also place the back hip on the back of the arm for a little extra support if you just want to get that weight over. All right, wherever we are, let's go ahead and release, and we'll come back to center. Unravel that twist, straighten the legs, and pause for a moment. And then we'll take it into the other side. Feel free to shake out the legs. All right, sink into our chair. Palms together in front of the heart. Inhale here. Exhale, we'll twist to the other side, twisting left. And you might just rotate, maybe not be able to hook that elbow. And we're just working the twist there. Great place to be. Maybe hook the elbow, maybe open the arms. Or we take our hands to the side here, about shoulder width apart. And you might just rock your weight over to the left. Maybe get that knee on the back of the arm. Maybe lift a foot, maybe both feet. Hang. Wherever you are, a couple more breaths. Let me see you. 3. Beautiful. 2. Yes, Ariel, beautiful. Ellen, Shalise. And 1. Release that twist, everyone. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Straighten those legs. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. Final vinyasa here for this class. Chaturanga to the belly or hover. Up dog or cobra. Down dog. Then let's take it into a child's pose, everybody. Knees wide, big toes touch. Sit bones towards the heels. Walk the hands forward. The forehead can come to the mat here, maybe the back of the hands. And just take a few deep breaths. So no judgment, no expectation on those arm balances. I just kind of threw that at you today. So maybe it's something we can work towards. And even if we did like amazing at it, we let go of that too. We let go of any of the judgment around it, positive, negative. And then just come back to this breath right here, right now, back to our body in this position. All right, on your next inhale, we'll walk the hands back towards the knees and swing the legs around. Let's get into the core a little bit more. We're gonna find boat pose, Navasana. So balancing on the back of the sit bones. You might just have your feet down here and just kind of work on the balance, maybe lift the feet, or we lift the shins, you hold on to the thigh, back of the thighs, sit up tall, lift that heart up. Find balance here. Maybe we straighten the legs, maybe you extend the arms, hold for 3. Belly in, heart lifts, 2, and 1. Now reverse tabletop, feet lower, hands behind here, lift those hips up. Reverse tabletop, couple breaths here. This can be a pretty good stretch for the wrists as well. All right, go ahead and lower down. Again, boat pose, find your position. Maybe take it a little further this time. Maybe arms overhead. Woo. But try not to get that rounding in the back. We want to try to keep extension. So if you lose that, then maybe lower the feet a little bit or take the hands behind the thighs. One more breath. Perfect. We'll release. Feet down, hands down, reverse tabletop. Again, lift those hips. Maybe lift them a little higher this time. Press into the feet. Inhale. Exhale. Final round. Third round. Find your boat. Hold, hold, hold for 3. Belly in, heart lifts, 2. Shaking, shaking. And 1, release. Feet, hands to the floor. Last, reverse tabletop. You might take the head back if that feels okay in the neck. Lift those hips up. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Take those hips to the floor. We'll straighten the legs and let's fold forward. Fold over those legs. Rounding or extending, whatever feels best. Let the head come forward. Maybe reach for the calves, the ankles, or the feet. And breathe there, a couple breaths. Maybe stretch a little deeper this last breath. And we'll inhale, rise up, make our way onto our back. You can bend the knees, whatever's the easiest to get there. Make sure we have time here. All right, we'll take it into a bridge. Walk those heels in, the feet are about hips width apart. And then bring the shoulder blades together as well. And when you're ready, we'll lift those hips. Once again, lifting those hips up, up, up. Coming into our bridge. We might interlace the fingers under the body. Or just ground down into the hands, the arms, giving us a little leverage to lift the hips a bit more. Couple more breaths. Try not to let the knees fall out to the sides. Keep the knees in line with the hips. Press into the feet. Inhale. And exhale, lower down, take it back to the floor. And we'll come into a supine butterfly. Soles of the feet together, knees butterfly. Maybe the arms come overhead in some way. Or Shavasana arms. We can close the eyes and just let go here. And I'll give you the option to stay here for Shavasana. If this feels good, you might take blocks to the outside of the thighs here for a little support as well. Or if we want to move into the traditional Shavasana pose, we'll take the knees together and extend the legs long as you're ready. So settle in one or the other. Close the eyes, soften the face, the jaw. And allow stillness in the body. I'm going to log us off. Feel free to join for the second class, 5 minutes, or stay here, Shavasana, and we'll see you next time. Namaste, everyone. Thanks for joining. We'll see you soon.